Okay, welcome to Crowhaven Build Studio. This is one of the props I've posted before, but this is Tombstone peaker, and I got one of those cheap plastic skulls. I don't even remember where I got it. It might have been dollar stores, and corpsed it. And can't see it right now, but there's a little puck motor, little I think it's just 12 volt. It's 110. See the wires coming into the little box that is underneath all this stuff, and it comes with a switch on the cord so you can turn it on and off. And check him out. See there? So, when we get into making one of these critters, let's turn this thing on. You want to weatherproof the wiring, obviously, but that puck motor, you can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. They don't have a lot of torque, so things have to be really light. This is like a tent stake little I think it was a hose clamp thing, you know, like a little pipe clamp that I just kind of bent around, drilled some holes in, and of course a super light Dollar Tree skull sitting on the top of it. The only thing you got to keep in mind when you do something like this is this right there going into that motor. You're going to have a machine screw, or you're going to have to buy the puck motor with the little accessory nut that goes on there, or you know, the little attachment thing, because a lot of times they just come with a open, or they might have just some of them have a shaft that comes out. You need a way to hook to this. So you can kind of see what I've done there, just some nuts and bolts and whatnot that I had laying around, but I have some machine screws. I put that through. The other thing to keep in mind about these particular motors, just like a reindeer motor, and what's the other one I got? I got another one around here too. These can run dual polarity, I guess is what you would say. You can literally flip the plug-in on the end over, plug it back in, and it'll run the opposite direction. Sometimes these goofy things, I have that problem with the reindeer motor. You'll turn it on and it'll go one direction, and then you turn it off and turn it back on the next time and it turns around and goes the other direction. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep in mind that this has got to be free to move, right? It's got to be free to rotate. This can be a fixed position, and it wouldn't matter in this case with which direction this was turning, except for the fact that if there's tension here, when it turns the opposite direction, like it goes counterclockwise, it will unscrew this, and it's done it to me I don't know how many times. So I've got like a lock nut right there to try to stop that from happening, because it will actually, over a couple hours out there in the haunt, unscrew itself, and then the head doesn't go, you know, isn't moving. This thing just spinning freely within in here. The shaft is just spinning away and nothing's going on. So anyway, that's kind of, it's no more intricate than a piece of wood and some plywood, and you know, making up. I got these little hands. Again, I think these were dollar store. I don't remember what was on them. You can see they had probably like cloth on them or something. But anyway, you can do this. You can build all these things in your haunt, and it will save you some money, and it's fun. You know, you can get the kids involved. You can get, you know, your loved ones to help you do these things and set things up, and The next thing that you got to keep in mind is, see how this is brightened up. It's kind of silvery gray and white. I'm not sure that head, I tried to lighten him up a little bit more. When you set this out there in the dark, you can't see it. You know, it does not stand out. So you've really got to watch your placement. You just got to play with some of the colors, the lighting, where the lighting is. Now I have a light that I mount to this plywood base that aims up in here, and that helps to shine on this thing and give it a shadow, right? Like sticking a flashlight up underneath your chin. Right? So mess around with some of that kind of stuff, see how that works, and that seems to help with my prop out. And I can just run the wiring the same way. So in another video I'll show you some of the ways that, obviously this is just plastic covering things up. I'll show you how to waterproof things and make it nicer for you out there. Another thing I'll do is put weights down on top of this, because we get wind that you just wouldn't believe around here. So you just want to make sure that things like right here, this thing is attached really good, because I've had the head fly off before, fly across the yard. It's when you put that much work into something and you go out and you can't find the head to it, it's not fun. So make sure that you got, you take a few extra minutes to anchor things down. And I'm sure you can do a whole lot better job of this now that you can kind of see how one is put together. But keep in mind, I'm doing this with little cups of screws and things that I keep. I don't throw out, you get extra stuff that came off of something that fell apart, I put it in a jar. I'm taking little cut off pieces of wood from other projects and using them. I'm trying to be a little bit frugal, and there's a little bit of cost involved in getting some motors and stuff, but we're talking, $20 or something. We're not talking about $200 or $300 for a prop. And I don't think you're going to buy a prop like this just anywhere you go, right? You might find one at Home Depot. You might find one Spirit Halloween. I don't know, right? They don't come along very often, and so it doesn't have to look this way. You can make it look any way you want, with any kind of head you want poking up over there. This is just to show you can do it. All right, well, thank you for watching.